Hello, welcome to Music Theory Part 1. This video series is intended for those who would like to learn music theory but have no prior training or knowledge. I hope you find this series to be informative and beneficial to your musical growth. With that being said, let's get into it. The musical alphabet is comprised of the letters A through G. Starting and ending on C, you get the major scale. The major scale is represented by the white keys on a piano. To raise or lower notes, we use accidentals. Accidentals are represented by the black keys on a piano. Sharps raise a note, flats lower it. Notice there are two pairs of keys with no accidentals between them. They are E and F and B and C. The distance from one note to another is called an interval. The major scale is comprised of major and perfect intervals. C to D is a major second. This interval is also referred to as a whole step. C to E is a major third. C to F is a perfect fourth. C to G is a perfect fifth. C to A is a major sixth. C to B is a major seventh. C to C is an octave. When a major interval is lowered, it becomes minor. C to D flat is a minor second. It is also referred to as a half step. C to E flat is a minor third. C to A flat is a minor sixth. C to B flat is a minor seventh. A raised perfect interval is called augmented. C to F sharp is an augmented fourth. C to G sharp is an augmented fifth. A fifth can also be lowered, which is described as diminished. C to G flat is a diminished fifth. As you can see, the augmented fourth and diminished fifth are the same interval. Because of this, they are sometimes simply referred to as a tritone interval. So far, we have learned about the major scale and intervals in the key of C major. If you wish to transpose the scale and intervals to another key, you simply recreate the step pattern starting on a different note. For example, C to D is one whole step away. If you transpose this to the key of G, you would get the interval G to A. The major scale step pattern is as follows: whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Remember this pattern. So, if we were to recreate this pattern starting on G, we would get the following: G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. As you can see, G major has only one accidental, F sharp. Now, let's try the major scale in F. The pattern is as follows: F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. For transposing intervals, you calculate the distance in terms of half steps and then replicate it in the new key. For example, C to G, which is a perfect fifth, is comprised of 7 half steps. If we were to instead start on F and count 7 half steps, we would get the perfect fifth interval F to C. Another way to quickly transpose intervals is to think of the intervals as scale degrees. For example, C to D is a major second interval. D is also the second note of the C major scale. C to E is a major third interval. E is also the third degree of the C major scale. If we were to transpose these intervals to B flat major, we could simply visualize the major scale and arrive at the respective scale degrees. For example, B flat to G is a major sixth interval. A major sixth interval is comprised of 9 half steps. Instead of counting 9 half steps from the root B flat, You can instead visualize the B-flat major scale and simply stop on the 6th scale degree, G. Now that you know the major scale and intervals, you should practice transposing them to every key. Familiarizing yourself with every key center is essential for musical proficiency. In the next video, we'll begin learning about chords. In the meantime, happy practicing!